This year's production, we came again to Purcell because it's in English. That's easier for the singers, of course, and the students. But also, it's very much about, it's based on Midsummer Night's Dream, and this production very much focuses on identity issues. So you have day, night, day, and in the forest, the magic night, you know, everybody changes, so you wake up and suddenly Titania falls in love with a donkey. Others do things or fall in love with people they have never thought of. And that's it, all, everybody. And you slowly start moving, getting up.
I have had a most rare vision.
And this is also, what does it mean coming from a community with very strict rules? What does it mean? Maybe you have an experience suddenly that doesn't really fit into that very strict structure. And how do you deal with it? What's next morning about? I mean, you wake up and do you forget? Do you want to be remembered of it? Do you just say, well, no, I don't want to go back there? Or do you say, I want to go further on in this direction? And this is, so the Midsummer Night's Dream, our version, is a wonderful basis to play on that, you know, if it's social or individual identity, sexual, you know, personal, psychological identities.
In South Africa, it's very rare to see such risque topics on the opera stage, you know. So I think it's very good to have a bit of risque opera. I think it brings it in line, it shakes things up a bit, you know, takes it out of our comfort zones.
It is something different that I think has never been done in South Africa before. And also the mere fact that on stage, you don't have so many props to help you. It's more focused on the inside out.
I like opera. First of all, I like opera very much, and opera is a very like a very comfortable music, because when you sing opera, it's always on your inside. You know, you have to feel it on your inside to sing out.
Opera is like a music that is not popular in our area.
Speak, speak.
Most of the people, when we sing here in the streets, they will laugh at us. They think we're crazy, but if you go to Germany and then sing opera, they look at you in a different way. So it's not yet known very well.
It's exciting because there's a mixture, you know. There's a mixture of people that are more experienced, you know, that have been on stage for a longer period of time. And there are students that are just, you know, beginning. You know, it's only the first steps for them. And some students are maybe in the second level. So it's very good because no one is judging anybody.
Singing with professional singers is a great thing. So I think it will be very much better. It will be very much better. Singing with professional singers, and I'm still an amateur in music, so it's such an exciting thing to be in.
The amazing thing was we took step by step, but they are very quick. They're extremely quick in imitating. And then the next step, of course, is, you know, finding their own bodies, their own way of doing it.
It's fun, but we do lots of work, but we don't realize that it is work. We like playing. The difficult thing is about summarizing or remembering everything that we learned, because we have learned so much.
Don't you think,
but they remember extremely well. So we didn't lose much time in terms of, you know, going through the score and through the piece and repeat and repeat and repeat because they didn't remember. It was more for them the discovery, and that was the adventure, I think, and that's the great thing to work with these kids.
When there's huge discussions about the thought process behind it, the whole idea of addressing issues of gender and sexuality, and those things are rather risque in South Africa. We don't see a lot of that in our opera and in our stage productions. So in the stage it happens somewhat, and it's a totally different energy, and the people involved are totally different. They come from a different thought process. They come from a different school, dare I say, of thought. Yeah, so it's very different. And for me, that's very exciting.
I mean, it's also for the audience. I think especially black and colored communities love opera, and the stories you tell, mainly coming from, you know, late 19th century, they can more relate to it. In Europe, you have all these companies. You know, Germany has 55 resident companies with a resident staff, artistic staff. It's just there, and they don't appreciate it much. It's like, you know, going to the movie or going to opera, and the stories are not really very interesting anymore. Here it's just the other way around, because there's so less opportunity to see and to go to opera. They're really looking forward to it and really enjoying it, and there's a sense of, you know, they just emotionally, I think they're far closer to what opera meant in Europe, you know, 100 or 200 years ago. You still have that here.
I think this production could give South Africa greater awareness. So I guess if it does that, I think we're scot-free, and it raises the kind of artistic language. It affects the artistic output that is coming out of South Africa very positively.